and welcome to another session of Shine Like a North Star. My name is Carrie Burchill. I'm the owner of North Star Coaching, and really impetus in these traditional Tuesday 6 o'clock standard or 6 o'clock Central Time is to help us think through how to intentionally design our new reality. Say that what we're trying to figure out is normal necessarily, that's the new reality. And I've been reflecting in this last week thinking of what would help you as leaders, as parents, as spouses, as dog lovers and cat lovers, and just people in the community. What would help us collectively work towards this goal of creating a new reality that really capitalizes on all the gifts that we bring to the table and our adjustment? And that secret sauce, friends and family and colleagues and future clients, is the ability to ask great questions. Sounds really simple. I was doing some work today with a leader, and we were talking through how to shift the questions, which isn't really more time and more work. It does involve some intentionality and self-discipline. And that self-discipline really stems from emotional intelligence. So when we think about being able to ask good questions, it's reserving our quick reaction to just tell someone the answer. It reserves our quick fix of things, and really self-disciplining ourselves to pause and think, what question is going to help this person who's a little stuck take action and initiative? Now, arguably, you can't really train on initiative. In this time of overwhelm and everything up in the air, people are just kind of, right? We're digging deep to show up, and arguably we're not showing up really well consistently across countries and nations. So how do we help people show up better, even people that might normally have really great initiative, is through questions. So if you think of something, did you get that done? Put a how or a what in front of that simple question, and you've just turned it from a yes or no into a rock star. What did you get done? That tells you, as the person asking the question, you can have a whole bunch of levels on what the person's really up to. If I just say, hey, did you get that done? Yeah. I mean, the right answer is a quick yeah. So think through a what or a how at the beginning of questions. Let's say that I want to ask someone if they really understand what I've just delegated to them, right? Now, typically, we're in this go, 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 fast, fast, and you might say, do you have it? Any questions? Both kind of close-ended, right? Yes or no. And arguably, if you ask me if I have it, the right answer is yeah. I'm not an idiot. Of course I have it. If you think of, any questions? Well, the right answer is questions, because I got it, right? So what do you understand about your job, right? What's going to be your process? How are you going to approach it? What's the first thing that you're going to do in whatever this project is around this stuff? I see my home province of Alberta has just shut down for 4 weeks, like restaurants and everything shut down. And so, of course, people are going to be wigging out around that, right? And as you help other people lead through their initiative, and their response to that is, that's pretty bad, isn't it? Well, what part of this resonates for you, good or bad, right? Change it to what or a how, and you'll get a much different dialogue, and you'll see where people stand in whatever the topic is. I was coaching another leader recently, and we were talking through some complex and multi-layered dynamics at work. And you can see this person is just reluctant to kind of go into that dark cave. That's my expression for getting vulnerable, looking yourself in the mirror, really going into the cave and figuring out like what's holding me back from dealing with this messy stuff. And of all the questions you can ask and all the statements, I can see this person holding back. You're holding back. Well, put a what in front of that, and it's a totally different dialogue, right? What's holding you back? Or someone's maybe not engaging, right? They're just lazy, becoming more and more of a bump on a log. What was the best part of your day? Own it to see where you're connecting with them and where you can help them kind of propel and move forward, right? How did you structure your day? We know from the research that if you're at home and you're remote learning, you're remoting in for work, you're without work right now, that routine really matters. So you can even ask yourself these questions. What's going to be your routine today? How are you going to structure the day? What's going to be the perk that you give yourself to do all this crazy work, right? We got to dig deep and we need rewards and all of that. So let's think through the what and the how, and just that tiny pause. You don't even have to rethink of a really fancy question outside of the what and how, or outside of the question. Just pause long enough to stick a what or a how in front of it, and you'll get a much different dialogue around how that looks. If you want people to take initiative to build the new reality, reposition their work, build resilience, grab something in the future that they can look forward to, ask them about those questions with a what or a how. My last bit of thinking about questions tonight for you is the word why. There's this Native American expression that I heard years ago, which is why has a long tail. And I just imagine it like a bit of a whip with that hook at the end that can really, really hurt or really catch people or really wound. Why intrinsically has some judgment to it. Why did you watch another TV show today? Why did you do that before you did your homework? Why did you, do this process? Why? It implies you did something wrong. It implies me asking the question with why means like I know tons more than you, and why did you do that? So think of what and how as open-ended questions that start the dialogue and give people this kind of chunkable way to engage in the question versus, got any questions? What do you understand? What part do you think is going to be the hardest? So take a look at the what and how, and that is really the beginning of some coaching 101. I do train coaches, and obviously I do coach. We have a group in a company I work for graduating this week, and I'm really excited to see them on Thursday for our final coach training session and really see how their skills have evolved in our time together. So my name again is Carrie Burchell. I am the owner of North Star Coaching, and my whole platform for my company is to help adults work well together. And that takes a variety of forms. Could be some team development, could be some strategic planning, role clarity, coaching, leadership development. I mean, there's a ton of things that get in the way of people working together well. So without further ado, I hope to see you next Tuesday at 6 Central here on Shine Like a North Star.